So we have the Fool. So you're, like I was saying at the beginning, you're putting on this new face, or you're starting something new. I'm a little tired, but I'll be okay. I like doing my readings at night after all of my family goes to bed. It's just a lot more peaceful. So what is crossing you? And just the energy. Ooh. Okay. So what's crossing you is you got this 10-10. It's almost like you got things that are going on that are really heavy, but you also got a lot of things. You got this energy of love and happiness and joy. So you got this 10, so the completion also. It's almost like you ended maybe something, or you're carrying a lot of just heavy energy, maybe a surrounding connections, or just your path in general. However, then you also have this 10 of Cups. So you're vibing in this joy and bliss and happiness energy, this love energy. So despite maybe some heaviness, you have this joy within your life, which could possibly be this new beginning. So, Spirit, what is the destiny of this energy? We got the Emperor with the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Cups. So your destiny, I feel, is to be that emperor, that business entrepreneur, possibly that leader, that go-getter, that one that persists. Wheel of Fortune, to have some form of, I don't know, dominion over how your life changes moment to moment. I feel like you'd rather it be in this steady love space. And that doesn't that's not love to, a romantic love. I feel like that's love or passion. It could be, that new journey leads to greater love. I feel like this knight has this cup, and it's like his emotions, right? And it's a knight, so his cup is full, right? Because he's gotten this masculine and feminine balance, the Knight of Cups. So you have this inner emotional balance growing within you, and within your destiny, it's to find this valiancy with your emotional your ability to be patient at times. It's like to enjoy life in its fullest is what I feel like is your destiny. To be that love and to receive that love. Energy in the distant past. And those are all my birds. Cockatiel. They're cockatiels, so if you resonate to cockatiels. And that is also a for a recent past. So I feel like this is more you gaining balance within your masculine and feminine energy. I see the angel in the background. I feel like you may have angelic guides guiding you towards love for yourself that will, if you're not already with someone, that will reflect to the outside world of who you would be most connect and easily connect with, you know, that right person. The future influence. I'm all tired. So we have the knight, or not knight, I apologize, the King of Cups. An authority person who has balance within his emotional states. And remember at the beginning I was saying that you are also very intuitive. So I feel like in the future your intuition gets the whole picture. So you, through your journey, you're slowly becoming this King of Cups. Abilities to keep balance within your emotions, keep patience, meeting the world in the middle. A perspective card. The Knight of Wands. You're passionately moving forward is the perspective. You're not hesitating. You're being in the moment of be, and you're passionately heading swiftly towards your goals, doing those action steps as called. And even not even as called, you're being the joy within your existence, connecting to spirit in a very confident way, so that you can, charge forward with the all, not with just your own ego. This is the Knight of Wands, so spirit is with you and leading the way. Your environment. I thought it was that card. They're distracting me, but I don't think that. Your environment could be stressing you out. No, it's not. Your environment is bringing in the coins. You're the King of Pentacles in your environment. Look at that. Abundant, able to take care of yourself, able to be generous, able to I feel like you're very focused right now on your coins, but not in a negative way. I feel like you are your own entity, right? And you're working passionately towards your goals and dreams and aspirations, and it's leading to greater forms of wealth within your life. The way that you're persevering while potentially hanging in there in some way, whatever heaviness is in your life. You're an emotionally balanced person. You've gone through awakenings. You're working through your masculine and your feminine in this really beautiful way. And your environment is this King of Pentacles, which is long-term stability, long-term, and confidence in that. A strong foundation. The earth is this foundation, the home. So, your emotions. So, your emotions are we got the High Priestess, that inner knowing. We got the King of Wands and the Three of Wands. So, like I was saying in the beginning, you're highly intuitive. This is like that card of intuition, connecting to the all. And this is your emotions. You're also feeling this energy of power and greatness. King of Wands. Standing strong in your passions. You feel so fulfilled. And you're like this boss. You feel like the boss. Your intuition is saying that you are the boss in your passion. You are bringing in a masculine. You are this masculine, passionate energy. Following your intuition. And you may be traveling soon, or this is you just bringing in what you need to keep going. And you sense things coming in for you, is what I feel. Even though there's some things not in the physical reality, you sense things to come. Very highly intuitive person. And then your final card, or your end result moving forward. Communication comes in. A new communication from someone comes in to bring you more in alignment with not more in alignment, this is meant to happen, so it's just to keep you on alignment, keep you in that alignment towards your goal. You're going to get some form of communication. One more card, Spirit. And then you have another ace. So that's this Ace of Pentacles. So a leveling up in your finances. This could be the start of a new passionate career, or this could be a sudden large sum of money all at once, and there's going to be some form of communication, and also this raise in your finances. I have a bird who is a little stinker. She keeps taking my cards. Yep, she is a stinker. And then let's see. Card she was just chewing on. Let's do that. So, a card to help me guide this message. Chameleon. Conceal ambition with patience until it is time to make your move. Ooh, this is interesting. my birds. I have one bird that has a splay leg condition, and her name is Guitar, and she sits on a table over here sometimes, but she's been fluttering down on the floor. She has one bad wing, so she can't really fly either, and then she has one leg that is really challenging her for her to walk. However, she gets around so well. She jumps down, and she loves to run around the floor. And it's amazing that she can run around so much easier on the floor when she's always had such a hard time with it. But she kind of scoots around, and she loves to eat at like whatever she can find. She gets so creative. So we have Chameleon. Conceal your ambition with patience until it is time to make your move. I'm coming back to this raccoon and how the raccoon can be very, you never see it, you hardly ever see a raccoon unless, it's just passing, it's going from one space to another, or it's, in a lower vibration and it's rabbit. Or they have that concealed energy, right? And I remember when I was looking at this, there was this hang in there. Patience. Having your patience until it's time to make your move towards your ambitions. And I think of the chameleon as this like shape-shifting energy. And I was saying at the beginning, starting something new, putting in a new face of some sort. We will do a moon card. Prosperity lies ahead. And that's a beautiful card to come out, because this came out and I was saying that you have some sort of abundance coming in, whether that's a lot of work that you put in, bringing in a great deal of money, or some sort of financial leveling up is here. We will do a card from the 42 Ideals of Ma'at in Daily Life. 1818, so 99. And what is a financial... I know we see the 888 sometimes towards finances, but I also think of the 9 as a wish fulfillment, and then I just have this abundance that I'm picking up on, and then I see 99, so it's like 99999. It's about to happen. You're in vibration of it. Woo. One of the 42 Ideals of Ma'at that will best resonate with this reading, please. Is it this one? I give offerings that are genuine. And I see how this person is leveling up continuously. It looks like she's about to go through one portal, another portal, another portal. It's like you're shifting within yourself so quickly. You're about to level up in a huge way. It's like straight to the top, right? For these cards, I always read out of the book, because there's just so much that can be left unsaid, and this is a really beautiful. These cards they give you so much. So 6. I give offerings that are genuine. The core of Buddhist philosophy stems from an understanding that life is riddled with suffering, and it is our attachment to suffering that lends our life experiences more suffering. In finding mental, emotional, and spiritual liberation, which cockatiels are actually a symbolism for spiritual liberation. So I feel like this is something that you're going through now. From suffering, we attain nirvana, the transcendental state where we are free from the fetters of materialism, detached from the effects of karma, and liberated from the cycle of death and rebirth. In the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean, translated by Dr. Doriel, a comparable archetype is considered in the halls of Amenti and or the Akashic records, where records of past and future lives coexist, but there is also a space where the soul is free from the body, living in light, and able to begin the cycle yet again if it so chooses. Dwell here or leave here when thou desireth. Free is Amenti to the Son of Man. Take thou up life in what form thou desireth. Child of light that has grown among men, choose thou thy work, for all must labor. Never be free from the pathway of light. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth. In exploring the ideal of giving offerings that are genuine from a space of non-attachment, with the living philosophy of a light heart in harmony with authenticity beyond any dogmatic system, we must be reminded of the core meaning of what it is to offer in the first place. The word offering finds its root from a Latin offerere, meaning to bestow or present, but it is eventually evolved into the Old English offerarian, which meant to sacrifice in the way of an offering to a deity. Modern society has conditioned us to believe that we must give to receive, and in order to receive, we must give. It is a platitude that inadvertently feeds the idea of attachment. Because if we give so much and feel as though we are not receiving an equal echo back, it can cause us to experience the suffering of expectations, which that really is the suffering of expectation. The popular movie and book series The Secret further fed the idea not only in giving to receive, but also by stressing that by echoing thoughts and visualizing the material possessions you need to have, the universe will open every path and allow the new car or $1 million check to magically materialize in your life. While thought and action do echo back into reality, the manifest materialize in some fashion or another. We must be reminded of why we want what we want, and if the reason is to feed the soul or fill a void. Everything flows out and in, everything has its tides. All things rise and fall, the pendulum swings. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. And that's a passage from the Kabbalion. The fifth Hermetic principle from the Esoteric Kabbalion relates to the principle of rhythm and the fact that the universe always compensates for what is put out mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. In living in alignment with the heart and giving genuine offers that provide spiritual nourishment without any expectation of getting something back, we, in effect, do get something back by the kindness that ripples through the collective unconscious. The being of our doing, the life within our living, The biblical parable Jesus shares in Matthew 19:24 further solidifies the key that unlocks the shackles of suffering. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to be through the eye of the needle, to go through the eye of the needle, than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. Some claim that the accurate translation relates to a particular gate in Jerusalem known as the eye of the needle and eye of a needle, and only the camel, free from baggage or attachment, is able to pass through this space. Because the opening was so small, the perspective of the metaphor seems to have its heart in the idea that you may pass through into heaven with what you are, what you've done, and how you've lived. Not with what you have acquired, collected, and attached yourself to materially. Liberation may be found in loving all without attachment, giving because it feels good to give, and allowing your presence to be the gift given without expectation of anything in return. That was a really beautiful. And I really feel it resonates with everything that has been going on. They even mentioned like that. If you even mentioned like something like $1 million win, it's just to say that there is this faith to have in the universe. And knowing that no matter what you're dealing with, you have it. You're embodying the happiness despite any heavy energy around you, and you're leveling up. Look how beautiful that is. Your heart, the heart chakra is lit up, right? So it's you have put in that work to raise that electromagnetic energy that expels from the heart space. And you're just on this straight up trajectory towards your greater potential. I pray this helped whoever comes, and I like to say thank you and live in peace. And I pray this message helped.